The Dream Team album was one of the last albums.
As a group effort? You mean like as a label effort?
Yep.
Yeah, after that, and then it was the Black album after that. But then you had, you know, Young Guns, you know, after we all broke up and left, some people went back. Young Guns and Bleak, at this time, I'm producing Rap City, but they dropped Brother from Another, and then Bleak dropped 534. And that's when they stayed with Jay and everybody else. You know, everybody went their way except for Bleak, Young Guns, Kanye, Petey Crack. They stayed with Jay. Beans had a different situation. And then Jay picked up Foxy Brown, which that album, Black Roses, never came out. But after everybody broke up and everything, it just Roc-A-Fella just flopped. Young Guns didn't do what they did the first time. Bleak didn't do good. Kanye continued to prosper, but that's because Kanye was self-contained.
Well, I think you mentioned there was a commercial they were shooting for the Dream Team album that Jay-Z didn't want to be part of, or
I shot all the commercials for the Dream Team album. Yeah, I did that. I came up with this concept for everybody to have their own commercial, and it was 10 commercials. It was 11, but there was one with Jay-Z, the Jay-Z one, and you know, Dame would, you know, do a quick drop with the artist and, you know, say something. And then I would take that and make it into a 30-second spot. Jay didn't want to do the commercials, right? So what Dame did is he ran and he stood next to Jay and told the camera dude to film it. I wasn't there that day. They was in baseline. So Dame, when he got Bleak in baseline that day, he tried to get Jay. So he's shooting and he's standing next to Jay going, Dream Team album. And Jay like, yo, get out of here with that camera, man. Get out of here, right? Like, Dream Team album in stores now, right? So he like, yo, Choke, make a commercial out of it. I got Jay for the Dream Team commercial, right? So when I get it, the footage, and I'm seeing him running next to Jay going, Dream Team, and Jay like, yo, get out of here. Like, yo, stop playing, man. Get out of here. I didn't use it. I felt like Jay didn't want to do the commercial, which he didn't. And I felt it was forced, and it looked forced and stuff. So I was like, man, I'm not going to have this nigga Jay mad at me again, you know, putting this commercial out, and he didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he did not want to do it, even though he had a song on the album. And so I never made the commercial. I never cut it. I cut everybody else's and I did everybody else and I put them all out. And then Dane was like, yo, where did Jay-Z went? I was like, nah, that was whack. I said, it looked forced and stuff. I was like, nah, it ain't gonna look good. And he didn't want to do it. So I never put it out. I trashed it.
damn. Okay. Did Memphis Bleak ever have a confrontation with the game?
Not that I know of. I think Game may have said a couple of slick things to Bleak when he was going at Jay, because Game really was going at Jay. When he first came out, talking about he was coming for the throne and all this craziness he was talking, I lost a lot of respect for Game because he was going hard at Jay, right? And not that I had any right with Jay. It was just that he was going hard at Jay when he first came out. And then we was all at the BET Awards. I don't know, BET, Source, I don't know. It was one in BET Awards, right? And Game was performing One Blood. Jay was sitting in the audience. This is when I realized that these hip-hop niggas is fake, right? Because this is the first time it was a lot of tension and beef in hip-hop. And everybody was in the room. Not kind of like the Source Awards was, you know, where Suge Knight was, but it was kind of like that, but maybe a level or two down, right? But Game is performing One Blood. And he got a line where he say, I got beef, I ain't got beef with 50, I ain't got beef with Jay. What's beef when you getting head in the sixth tray? So Game he comes out, curtain goes up, and then One Blood, that was my joint. West Coast, I'm like, yeah. He come out, it's the doctor, and he doing his joint. So I'm looking at Jay the whole time, like this. I want to see what he gonna do when Game say this line about Jay-Z. This nigga Game go, I ain't got beef with 50. Yo, peace to Jay. Peace to Jay. Oh, this nigga Game is fake. Oh, this nigga Game is fake. I was so mad at that nigga just because he said, all he had to do was say the line. I ain't got beef with 50. I ain't got beef with Jay. What's beef when you rolling in this? This nigga said, he pointed to Jay. He walked over to the stage like, I ain't got beef with 50. Yo, peace to Jay. Peace to Jay? Gang? Yo, yo, the nigga just killed the whole performance. My whole energy was like, ugh. Like, nigga, peace to Jay? Like, oh, man. I lost it for Game at that point. But I think if he took any shots at Bleak, it was because of when he was going at Jay. But I don't remember Bleak and Game having, like, nothing memorable.
Okay. Before we get out of here, what do you think was, like, your most memorable performance at the Tunnel?
It's a few. Overall, I would say Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, because I never expected them to come to the East Coast at that time, and Rock, you know what I'm saying, and the Tunnel. And not only did they come, they did they did Doggy Style, they did Chronic, they did the Chronic 2001. It was Dre, Snoop, Melman, RBX, Trade E, Goldie Loc, Eastsiders. It was Exhibit. It was the Alcoholics. It was Razzcast. It was so many West Coast heads in there. And they started off with Deep Cover, and then they went into Still Dre, and then they just went through the whole catalog, and it was amazing. That probably was one of the most memorable ones. Jay-Z, he got some memorable nights. Nas definitely got some memorable nights. Black Rob, Whoa, was crazy.
Are you talking about, now, I just interviewed Jim Jones, and he talks about Dr. Dre and Snoop performing, and like there being a bunch of Bloods in the crowd throwing rags on the stage. Is that the same time you're talking about?
I can remember Snoop and Dr. Dre performing upwards of an hour and a half. Remember Snoop and Dr. Dre, they crip, and at this time, it's heavy blood. It's heavy blood. This might be 96. This thing started in 93. The Tunnel was wall-to-wall bloods. So as they performing all that chronic shit that we all love, they see a bunch of Bloods going crazy, and the Bloods is, as a term of endearment, they start throwing the flags on the stage. And Snoop get a little bit nervous, you dig? And I'd say maybe he wasn't nervous, but from the looks of things, there wasn't nothing they could do about it with 1,000 Bloods throwing rags on the stage and shit like that in the tunnel. Like it just was that crazy. And then he like, yo, you know, we out here on love and respect. He's like, we showing you love. Yo, Blood's like, what we doing? We showing you love. Word up. And then they continue to perform for them. That shit was a dope ass night. I'd never forget that shit. Word. I had the Flintstone iceberg on, orange joint. You did? I think I took that from Cam too, if I don't mistake. Might have been his shit I took out the house.
Ain't nobody's throwing no goddamn rags on the stage. That's the only time they came there. And trust me, nobody was throwing rags on the stage. I was in the goddamn pit filming. I had 5 cameras in there that day. Nobody was throwing no goddamn rags on the stage. There would be footage of that. They was getting love. It wasn't no drama. It was no blood crip shit in there. Jim is he reaching. If Jim can show me that, I beg to differ. I'm the nigga standing in the pit. I would have seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see the stage. I got 5 cameras. You go look at any performance. Tell me at one time you seen a red rag go up on that stage. That didn't happen. Jim. I love Jim, but I don't remember that happening. I'm not saying niggas wasn't probably throwing it up and all that other stuff. They could have been doing that. But as far as, no. Nobody's throwing no rags on the stage. No, they wasn't.
50 Cent performed there before he got big.
Yeah, I filmed that too. I interviewed him there too, and backstage.
What was that like at the time?
He opened up for Nas. He actually performed with Derek D. Dot, the Mad Rapper. He had a song on
How to Rob, yep.
Yeah,
right?
How to Rob was on the Mad Rappers. What's the name of that album? The Crazy Cat soundtrack. But 50 performed and Lady May performed with the Mad Rapper. But they opened up for Nas. And then 50 did How to Rob, and then he did a freestyle that ended off with him dissing Sticky from Onyx.
Okay. Well, man, Choke, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Y'all follow me on my YouTube channel, Choke No Joke, after the Austin the Third, and my Instagram, Real Choke No Joke. You already know. Keep it locked right here. Cam Capone News. For more content like this, he'll be back.
That's what it is, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.